Hello, and welcome back to What's Up, Doc. I'm your host, Dr. Amy Grundy. Today we're going to kick off the 2016-2017 school year with some questions that you wanted to know. And who better to answer these questions than our superintendent, Dr. Doherty. So moving right along. With the teachers and the students away for the summer, does the district stay open, and what happens in the district during the summertime?
That's a great question, Amy. I get the question all the time. It is, what do you do during the summer? Mm-hmm. And this was probably the busiest summer we've ever had since I've been at Red Clay. We had 16 schools under renovations. We ran about 200 different workshops for professional development, from curriculum to technology to school safety to just working with students of different diverse populations. Mm-hmm. We hire staff during the summer. We prepare all of the curriculum, every aspect from transportation, realigning bus stops, nutritional issues with wellness and food services. But this was an extremely busy summer and just getting ready for this school year. I tell everyone that after July 4th, summer's over for us, because we're really gearing up for the next 8 weeks for our students to come in on the 29th of August.
Excellent. So what's the most exciting thing about a new school year for you?
Well, every year, students are new each grade level because they've moved up. Mm-hmm. So you have maturity issues, you have students who are going from elementary to middle to high, and it's always a fresh new start. What the student was like the year before has changed drastically because they've grown up a little more. New students coming in to our system from pre-K to kindergarten through the high school level. We get a lot of students in from throughout the state. But the opportunity just for this new fresh start that I think everyone gets excited about, and to gear up and to make sure we start in a very positive way that helps the momentum throughout the school year occur.
Right. During the beginning of the school year, should parents have questions? What's the best way for them to get their questions answered?
Well, a lot of times parents aren't sure about either busing or schedules, a lot of different things, drop-off, pick-up procedures. It's easiest to call the school. We have a mailing, or they should have received a mailing on their bus times and the school assignments. And we send out information about the schools. Our new website is very easy to use for parents to contact their school immediately. But their first option should be the school. Right. And then after that, they could call the district office. We're always willing to help them. And usually when they call the central office, they'll direct them to the appropriate contact person. Mm-hmm.
I think we're so privileged to have so many people with expertise in different areas that it's easy for parents to find the right person to answer their questions.
And there are always questions, it could be ELL, it could be special education, it could be school choice, right? Special permission, it could be their bus stops. And what's nice is that, as you said, we can have people who are the experts at it. Right. This year with our buses, we are tracking our buses with our GPS and apps, and so principals will know where the buses are, we will know where the buses are, and we can even let parents know about the bus stop. So if you were a parent and you wanted to know where the bus was, we can actually tell you when it stopped, where it stops, how long it's been at the stop, and it really is a new feature that the following year we hope to have it out as an app to our parents.
Very nice. So we've heard some rumblings that school may start after Labor Day next year. Can you speak to that?
Well, there was a bill proposed the last 2 years to look at the start of school after Labor Day. And there are states around the country that do this for different reasons. Maryland was looking to do it, but then they decided to hold off on it and allow the school districts in the state to have their own decisions. There are 2 school districts in the state right now, Delaware, that do start after Labor Day. Our stance as superintendents is that it should be a local decision. If our parents were to come to us and say they really would like school after Labor Day, I think our school board and I would consider that. But most of our parents like the start of school the Monday before Labor Day. And I think it will continue to be an ongoing question with the state legislators. But I'm hoping that they understand that it should be a local decision, and it's what our parents have asked for.
And I think it's important for people to understand that regardless of the start date, we're required to attend school a certain amount of days, so it would impact the end date as well.
Well, the later you start, the later you go to summer, and I believe that really the first week, maybe a little bit in the second week, you're trying to finish school up. Students are ready to move on into their summer activities, and we do a lot of summer programming. We had almost 4,000 students involved in summer programs this year, so it's even more important for our summer programs to get moving through that are usually 6 to 8 weeks long as well. So I don't know where this is going for this coming year, but I do know that at this point we've made it very clear that we think it's a local decision.
Excellent. So one of our viewers asked about pre-K options in our district and had heard that they're expanding. Can you speak to that?
Yes, we changed our format somewhat to place everything under our 3- and 4-year-old program under Gail Humphreys and Richards Park Learning Center. And since we've gone full inclusion with ELL and special education, we want to do the same with our pre-K programs. This allowed us to expand our programs to, right now, I think we're at 33 or 34 classrooms throughout our district. We have 8 sites: Shoreledge, Warner, Lewis, Marbrook, Moat, Balts, Richardson Park, and Meadowwood. Our goal is by the end of this year to become licensed through the state. That allows us to get some funding from the state additionally that will help us with expanding the program. And we will continue to expand the program as the need occurs for our families.
I just would like to add that it's so critical that we have these programs because this helps us to build a strong foundation for our students who will then be with us hopefully for the next 12 years. Absolutely,
and I think Gail and her team are doing a great job with expanding the program and looking at monitoring it, and we're looking to ways to continue to improve the program as well.
So in addition to pre-K, what are some of the other top priorities or big initiatives in our district?
Well, we're our second year with our one-on-one program or technology, and I'll just reach out to the parents to make sure that they ask questions at their back-to-school nights or call the school. Our students will sign off on their Chromebooks. We're very excited about the training that has occurred this summer with our teachers, and that's really the most important piece that we have in our technology plan, that our teachers receive training, not only in the beginning, but ongoing training, and have support in their classroom. Our students are coming into our system with a lot of technology and a lot of knowledge in the field of technology. And we want to make sure that we can enhance that learning opportunity. It's a tool to help enhance learning. It's not the teacher, but it's an opportunity to expand the opportunities of work that goes on in the classroom as well as at home. So this is year 2 of our 3-year plan. Last year went extremely well as we rolled it out mid-year. We already have the Chromebooks in the schools. So in September, they'll start to see the Chromebooks come out. And at their back-to-school events in September, they will get a lot of information about how the Chromebooks are operation, how they come home, and how they are used in the school system.
So in addition to technology, any other priorities?
Well, we're looking at, we just have an agreement with Del Tech with the Orange campus on Orange Street. It's called the George campus, excuse me. And we started an initiative this year to expand our dual enrollment. So we have 35 students, seniors, that will be going on campus at the George campus starting September 1st for 2 courses, 6 credits. Both of them will be in English, semester 1 and semester 2. When they finish this year, they will have completed their 6 hours of English that's required in their general studies. As well, with this program, Del Tech is offering advisement and counseling to help the students on their college choices. If it's Del Tech, to get them in the SEEDS program. If it's into another Delaware school, how the credits articulate to their college of choice. So Del Tech, especially President Brainerd, have been very helpful in our partnerships. That we have multiple partnerships, but this just adds another layer as we're building a campus in the city to help Red Clay students. The following year, we're going to be adding additional courses, so they'll be going every day to the school. In the morning, we will bus them there, and then they'll return back to their school for lunch and there after school activities. And we were very fortunate to have partners who help pay for the transportation and cost of the program. So the program is free for these 35 students. So
College and Career Ready is alive and well in Red
Clay. And you know, this will give us 19 total courses that we have in our district, plus the 61 classes that we have in AP courses. So, you know, we want to give the opportunity for students to look at rigor and excel. Do we believe that every student is going to college? No. But they should at least see the view of what this looks like. Right. We have strong career and technology programs, which we're expanding. And the opportunity that if I want to take a CTE course and I want to take an AP course, you should have that opportunity to do so. And when we believe when you graduate from Red Clay, you have options. Right. I want to go to the workforce. I want to go to college. I want a career in a technical field. We believe that's the most important thing we could do for every person that leaves our school system, to have those options as they go into their career and jobs. Right, to have those options and be prepared to make a decision as to what option works for them. That's good stuff. Parents and the community, what are some of the best ways that they can become involved in the schools and in our district? Well, I think, and they will hear this if they have a chance to visit the Back to School program at each school this coming September, is to be involved in the PTO or PTA, to volunteer at the school if they can, if it's mentoring a student, if it's working in the library, if it's working as an aide in the office. The opportunity to attend events. Our schools have a lot of after-school activities and programs every month. And to have an awareness that occurs in the school helps the parent to feel more comfortable, but also they have a better understanding of what goes on at the school. They get to meet the teachers, they get to meet other parents. But for parents to be involved in the PTO or PTAs of the school, to be involved in a mentoring or volunteer program. Every week I know our schools send information out either by messenger, by email, by the phone system. They have newsletters that go out. There are a lot of ways that we try to communicate with our parents. And the biggest thing that we would think would be, that we may overlook, but I want to say it anyway, is that the information has to be looked through. We have to read it. A lot of times we will send things out and people may not read the information. And like we said, the Red Clay Record Home 4 times a year, that goes to all of our residents, not just students and parents. And so it's important that they gather the information, and when they have questions, to call the school. I think our principals, our APs, and our teachers welcome questions and welcome information that we can provide them. Sometimes we don't know that they have the question. And even our central office, we're willing to help as we can. We usually refer them to the school, because that's really the first line of information and communication that would occur. Right. So I think that's important to point out, that involvement is being in the know, communicating with your school. And then I think parent involvement is also at home, making sure your student is prepared for school, finding a place for students to read and encouraging reading. So even if you're not in the school, but supporting education at home, I think that's another way also to view parent involvement. And just as a gesture for parents and guardians is that, you know, when they see the students that come home every day, instead of just asking them how school, what happened today, ask them what's something that you learned today. Explain, because they will walk out every day with knowledge, and I think there are times that we miss the opportunity as parents to really allow our children to educate us and to be really excited about school. And our goal this year is to make sure that first day of school that the students are excited because of not only what we're doing academically, but a lot of the changes that our parents are going to see that are in the schools that make the schools more appealing to go to. Very good, very good. And I think I would also encourage, when they ask, what did you learn today, to never settle for nothing as an answer, because that's not true. That's not true. They should learn at least one new thing every single day. Every day. What are some of the community partnerships that we have here in Red Clay? Oh my. We're very, the YMCA with our Water Watch program, all of our third graders in the district have the opportunity to take swimming lessons. It's free. We have our foundation pays for all of the busing. I'm so thankful for the Y. They've even provided swimsuits for some of our kids. And some people say, why do we do this? And I thought at first when we started, well, it's great that our kids learn how to swim. But it really went far beyond that, and whatever I could imagine, of building confidence into these elementary students that they may not have.
Right.
And to watch them go from, I don't even like the water, to I'm now swimming across the pool. And that I can do anything if I work hard to get there, I think is probably the greatest contribution this program makes. We have the United Way program with books. We have Capital One partnership with Books for Kids. We have a partnership with Newcastle County Chamber of Commerce that they're helping us with the Dr. D's book club this year and supporting that every kid gets a book, one free book. We have the Morgan Chase Group is helping us with technology and the partnerships we have with our middle school students visiting tech sites that they have throughout the state. We are working with CAI, it's a international computer programming company that will help us with mentoring some of our students in the computer science field. We've just had an agreement with Dell Tech and now with Dell State University to look at an IT center for 17-18 and to use the campus setting on Kirkwood Highway. So we are constantly going out there, what does our community and business partners, but the workforce look for our students? This year we are going to have a partner with many of the businessmen and CEOs around the area to come in to speak to our seniors on soft skills.
Right.
On here's how I interview, here's what I need to make sure occurs when I put an application in. How should I dress? How should I respond? And this was a point that the business community has spoken to us about concerning students applying for jobs. Right. And even the universities are now spending a lot of money to bring in people to talk to their graduates about when they go out to the workforce. Right. So we might as well start at the senior year as they really start to ramp up their interview skills and their application skills to make sure they have, they may have the skill, but they may not have the tools to get the job or to get into the college that they need. We think this benefits them greatly by adding the soft skills to assemblies that we're going to have for our seniors. Excellent.
So these partnerships really support our students in providing materials and supplies, but also preparing our students for the future. So that's really a good thing. You mentioned that our students would come home the first day of school noticing how nice our buildings are. So there was a lot of construction this summer. Can you speak to some of the construction projects and perhaps some of the cost savings that we experienced as well?
This could take about a 5-hour program here. Yes, we by passing the referendum in 12 and going through the phases of capital projects, this was a big year of security in our schools, to make sure all of our schools were secured. When you walked in, you were buzzed into the office. You could not have free access to the school. A lot of roofs, windows. They're going to notice a lot of window replacements. We have old buildings. That doesn't mean they have to look old.
Right.
And so with rewiring our buildings, with windows, with roofs, the roofs in I think 7 buildings were replaced. HVAC units, boilers. They're going to notice a lot of painting occurred, a lot of redesign in the buildings occurred, because we are changing how people come into our building as visitors, that they're going to be required to have IDs and have a lanyard to walk around the building on normal day activities. And we've even redesigned some playgrounds because we want the best for our students, and even though it's a short window of time, our facilities crew did a great job with partnerships and construction managers to make sure that everyone understood that our children are walking back into the schools on the 29th of August, and we had to be ready for them. Either way, they were coming on the 29th.
They're coming.
Yeah.
They're coming. How will you spend your time the first week of school when the students come back?
Every year I make sure that I visit every school that first week. So I'll start 7:15. I'll try to be at a school as the buses come off, and I'll hit 1 or 2 secondaries. Elementaries usually drop off around 8:25 to 8:30. I'll make sure I'm there at a couple schools. And so my mornings, most of my morning, not to be in the way because I stay away from everybody else, try to do bus duty or greet people. But just to make sure that every school knows that I'm going to visit them at some time during that first week, those first 4 days. And then I start my September, my monthly routines where I try to hit at least 6 or 7 schools each week. And just see how it's going. And everybody sort of is fearful because I have everybody on speed dial, something's going wrong. But they usually run fairly smoothly, and I know the schools are well prepared. They've been planning all summer for this is the big day. I mean, and every elementary is usually always interesting because everybody I think drops their child off the first day. Just summer's over, and now we move forward. But it's always a great thing to see the students from kindergarten all the way through the high school, and so yeah, I'll be very visible the first week.
And that's, I think, something you should be commended on is the fact that you are very visible in schools. And I think you may be right, though. People know when you're coming. They know when you're coming.
Thank you.
The Red Clay Awards program. We heard that there's going to be a new program this year to celebrate some of the people in the Red Clay community and in our schools. Can you tell us a little bit about the Red Clay Awards program?
Yes, it's going to be on our website, and anyone who goes to the website can nominate someone. Okay. There's a form, and it's 50 words or less, but we're looking at parent volunteers, business partners, teachers, and we really looked at even new teachers, paraprofessionals, office staff, custodians, bus drivers, anyone who is in the system, who supports the system. They can recognize them, and what we will do is each month they have till the 20th of the month. At that time, we will end that month's applications. The emails will go, the application will go directly to my office. We will go through and select one from each category, and then we will recognize them on the website with my week on that first week of the month with my Friday memo. And we have a certificate for them that we will make sure they receive, and we want to make a big deal about it because we value the hard work that we have throughout our system, and we just think people need to be told that they're doing a good job.
Yeah, no, I think that's a wonderful thing.
And someone else is recognizing them, which I think is very powerful.
And I think so often we forget to do that, so I think that this is a way to formalize that process.
Right.
So it's a good thing. Well, that's our time for this episode of What's Up, Doc. I'm your host, Dr. Amy Grundy. Until next time, let's have a great school opening.